We're missing a shock cup. Have you seen that guy anywhere?
Yeah, I got it over there.
Names for your friend named Ryan. Rye bread. Rhinoceros. Psoriasis. The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Ryanurism. The Church of Ryanthology. Just go with the middle bit.
That's what I wanted to tell you. Oh,
The
yeah.
Church of Ryanthology. Something was born upon this day.
June 3rd.
Man, mark this on your calendars. Woo! 20 years from now, we're controlling the whole earth. Oh, I got chills. All right. Today we're putting in a really big shaft. So there we are, shaft lengths. These are Pro 1 tubes. They're 4/over stock, so I feel like that's as long as I want to go. If I want to go taller, I have some bagger 49mm damper rods that I can put in that will give me like another inch. I'm going to pass this over to Trent because he has rubber gloves on already. There's a nice shaft for you, Trent.
What do you want me to do with this shaft?
Put the fork in. Well, actually, you know what?
Well, I need to take those out first and get the damper rods out of them, unless we're doing the bagger damper rods.
Just gotta do everything.
Well, you're the head of the church.
All right, go ahead and take them out. It's the Church of Ryanthology.
Sorry, Father.
For thou have sinned. I'll put some gloves on, I'll do one too. It'll be a race.
I got the wrong size.
Brand new. They're really shiny and pretty, but I prefer a nice crosshatch from some Scotch-Brite, so we're gonna get a real wicked forearm pump right now. God, I wish I could put these in the lathe.
Can we get a bigger chuck for the lathe?
No, it's the biggest one they make.
That's the biggest one they make?
We have to get
Yeah,
get a bigger one, we need a full-size lathe, and we ain't got the full-size shop for the full-size lathe. So it's forearm pumps for now. You don't need one of those twisty things with the rope and the weight on the end of it. You just do some of this. It's almost like jazzercise. All right, let's keep it going, ladies. And ladies, we're getting a forearm pump like this. And Shaftmaster 5000. God, it's brutal. Whew. If I can put it in the lathe and just go, it'd be magical. So these are really tall. These are 2-inch. We have 1-inch versions of these, which will give you 1 more inch of height. So if this is too tall or too short with the 4/over, we can still get 2 more inches out of getting shorter ones of these and longer ones of these. Blood racing. Fork oil, this is just straight up the baller shit. This is the best fork oil there is. The breakdown rate is twice of any other company out there pretty much. It is phenomenal. It is expensive, but you don't have to change fork oil very often, so why not just put the best shit in there you can. All right, there's 18 ounces. I'm gonna put 26 ounces per side in this thing. There you go, Trent.
No emulators, just the spring?
I'm setting the emulators up now. I didn't put any of that shit in. I just put it in to...
Okay, so I'm not ready to put the guts in it yet.
No, you're ready to put the fork lathe together.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought you meant put the guts in
That
it.
tube needs a Scotch-Briting. Good forearm pump.
That's why I'm doing it. Okay, he didn't want to do 2 of them.
No, I ain't got it.
Yeah, I mean, this does suck. I don't blame him. But
I'm setting up the gold valves. It's going to stock with the blue spring. I like to run the yellow spring. I don't know what the spring rate difference is, but many years of trial and tribulation and testing them in a ton of different ways. I like to run the yellow spring, set it up at 2.5 turns from seated. Hear Trent panting over there.
Jesus. Working too hard, man.
This is a heavy spring. I'm gonna run 1 inch of preload. That's 7.5. So really I only gotta go up 1/4 on this thing. It's gonna make it fairly soft though. We're running 1.5 inches of preload. So I got 0.75. We're gonna go 0.75 above. This tool is magical. This exact tool, not just any pipe cutter like this, is the only one I've ever got that actually cuts all the way through this shit and makes this job a lot easier. Oh, it's not gonna fit the 49 millimeter. Usually just do this in the chop saw, it's pretty painless. This sucks. It's not even gonna work. Okay, fuck all that. Follow me, we're going back to the chop saw. How I normally do things. I was trying to make a shortcut that didn't work. Okay, that's all set up. 18 ounces in the hole. Primer up, nice. You'll know it when it gets there. Hear the squish? All right. 8 more ounces of blood racing liquids, 20 weight. Another little priming pump. Let's get all the air out the bottom. Feels really good. I got some drag up and down. And there's no pressure on it yet, so it's gonna get even better. I usually set my preload on how it feels when I'm trying to screw the cap down. That's how you spend like 16 years doing that and you get a really good feel on how much spring pressure should feel like when you're screwing the cap down. In order for it to feel real good inside the bike. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. First one always goes on like a breeze. I don't know if it just like smokes my arm on the first one. And then the second one I always battle like a son of a bitch. So let's cross my fingers right now and hope for the best. We're real close to seeing how tall this thing's gonna be. I think it's gonna be freakishly tall in the front. God, I'm sweat. It's so muggy. It's like 100 degrees and it rained like flooding rain the last 2 days. Oh, my glasses keep fogging up. It's like this. And then I can't see anything. But let's go see how tall this front end's gonna be. We're gonna stick, should we stick one in the front? Or just put the whole thing together and jack it up and get the whole shot.
Put the whole thing together and jack it up. Yeah.
I want to put the front wheel and the fender on and like hold it up beside the bike to show like the whole front end how tall it is. I mean, it definitely was probably a pure stock. Yeah. Yeah. We might go taller. The world may never know. It's gonna be pretty tall. Let's see how much taller. Yeah, I'd say that's considerably.
That's gonna be really fucking tall, dude.
They're almost as tall as the master cylinders, so we definitely probably won't need to make them any taller. We're going full height right off the jump.
Very high. Is it in gear?
Yeah, we'll torque these after we're done. I just want to make sure that this ain't gonna slide up on me when we're setting it down and checking it. But that's astronomical.
Take a look at where the axle hole is on the wheel.
Tom, it's gonna be a 2-minute. I'm gonna need you. You do the jack and I'll do the bike holding because we have to get ludicrously tall here. Start cranking.
Hold.
Feels like I'm riding with ape hangers now.
You're riding through this world, brother.
All alone. It's just looking real old school club style right now. Very early years club style, 12-inch, 4-overs in the front, 12s in the back. I mean, she's looking pretty hard.
That looks sick.
Back just needs to be lower.
I like where it's at right there. I like where it's sitting right there.
So
Maybe a little like a neck, you know, bring the neck up a little bit.
Yeah, bring the brake
De-rake it, yeah, de-rake it a little bit. But when you bring the rake back though, the tubes will be taller.
Feels good. I want it to be more yep and up. So it's a good test point, but I think we're gonna make the front end a little bit taller and a little bit more hacked. Now I just need to go take it for a ride. I don't have brake lines, that sucks. ABS makes things a real pain in the ass when it comes to doing this kind of thing. Ooh, hey Tom. All right, well, here we are. We are removing the brake lines. I just sucked all the fluid out of it, which sucks because I don't have the tool. There's like a computer thing that you gotta have to bleed ABS to pulse the module. So we're gonna have to bleed up as best we can, which won't really be very good at all without that. And then we'll take it up to Buddy Stubbs and they'll bleed it for us once it's done. But we're gonna build brake lines. They have a junction block up at Ramjet. We're gonna just build our own lines off of that and set all this up, and we're almost done. Trent is installing the Archetype Manufacturing gauge pod right now. I was gonna run my Brembo caliper off of my Nightster. I thought that was gonna be a real awesome come up, but it doesn't fit. Spacing is different.
Nice OEM gauge in this nice Archetype gauge housing. Well, this is actually the factory hardware. So with the Nightster gauges, you have to use, we send extended hardware with this setup because you need to run longer hardware, but it looks like on this setup you could run the OEM hardware. It's of the most importance that you have this straight up and down, because if you don't, Ryan's gonna yell at you.
I'm gonna run all the little wires right down the middle of this bracket, tie them up nice with some ties, and then have this dude go like that, and then everything's nice and sheathed. Just coming along. It's all temporary though, because this bike has to completely come apart and be stripped of the frame. And I gotta figure out how to run ABS lines all the way up the neck and all the way back down the neck again after I've stretched the neck out, so I'm gonna have to make custom ABS lines front to back, back to front, all over the place. So everything that we're doing right now is gonna end up, it's gonna be completely redone eventually, but this is all just to get us to one point or the other.
So what they got is like, it's a block that goes under the tree, but it's got two solid, you know, like essentially that piece that you were wanting to thread into the block built into it, so you can thread the lines straight onto it.
It's got nipples coming straight out of it.
Yeah, but they're both pointed, like they both be either pointed forward or backward, if that makes sense.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Like one, you know what I mean? One's not pointed down, one's not pointed like back, like you would think it would be. They're both kind of like kicking forward at about an 80, 70 degree angle.
Are they pointing down at an angle and all, or are they just straight forward?
Straight, just, yeah, I mean, they're level with the block.
Why don't you get me on some FaceTime so I can see this thing? So yep, I have a top line on here. It is kind of not, this is not how it's gonna finish. When I tear this bike all the way down, I'm gonna do some different stuff here, but we have to get a bottom block with a built-in line longer that we have to order because no one has one. So it's not gonna be done today, which is disappointing because I really wanted to ride it today. The stock one looks like it's about a 14 or a 15. So I need like an 18 or a 19 probably. Do they have it just the block and the line like it is factory right now?
Well, the stock twin cam ABS Softail
It's
lower
not,
line.
it's not gonna be the same. They're all like one hard piece. I don't think they thread in like that. How all the fittings thread in the back for the ABS lines. We're on a mission trying to find some way to make a longer line down here and still keep the ABS. We have to keep the ABS. Keeping the ABS when doing stuff like this makes it very, very challenging because there's not just, it would be nice to get rid of it and just have a brake line from here down to there and we could just be done and not have to deal with all this shit. And then when I stretch the neck, I'm gonna have to run brake line all the way back to the module, all the way back up to here, back to the module again, then back down to here, and it's like, it's gonna be a lot to figure out and make it look good. That's gonna be really forking tough. So we're gonna figure that out though. It is all doable. Anyways, Tom's looking into it. We're gonna try and find this block, and we're probably gonna come back to this in a few days. So I'll see you in a few days. And remember, you can join our members only thingy and members to get early access to these videos that drop every 2 o'clock Arizona time, which I think is Mountain Standard Arizona time. If you want to catch them early, we usually load them around between Thursday and Saturday. You get them a few days early. Also helps us, help the channel, help us be able to fund creating these things, because this is coming out of our own pocket, and that's how we make these videos. Thank you. See you in a few days.